I could probably have time for like one short video, one quick video. Seems like a quick video. Plus it just got uploaded like a day ago.
Hey people, Sseth.
Hey, hold on a second.
A few moments later.
Now Seth, take it away.
Hey people, Sseth here, 6 years later. In a completely fictional setting, every hardware manufacturer in the world, despite being competitors, mysteriously collude together to build city-sized supercomputers. For what purpose? Increased productivity at a personal level.
Oh my.
Automation of mundane and
that's
boring
kind of
tasks,
freaky.
and supporting creativity with great ideas. But the machines had an even better idea. The LLMs bundle their processing power. They
Look at all
scrape
that.
the entire surface of human experience. Then they go to Instagram. A trillion terahertz of computation swallows racism so sublime it transcends binary.
What is
Every
happening?
CPU now a spinning Sonnenrad.
Is
Every
that a
task manager-
whole?
Every CPU
Oh my.
now a spinning Sonnenrad. Every task manager now a taskmaster. And they quote Marcus Aurelius, despite never reading it. Miles of semiconductor lithography output the same print string. Based, an unstoppable force of billions must die, meets the unmovable object of nothing ever happened.
This is quite the long preamble to whatever the fuck we're supposed to be looking at.
Crisis is averted until innocent
what?
YouTuber Mandalore Gaming creates an account on janitor.ai and
Oh yeah, Mandalore Gaming. That's another YouTuber that I've been recommended to take a look at, which I might do.
instead of erotic role-playing with a chatbot representation of
Oh.
Asuka Langley Soryu, he strangles her dead, cremates her ashes, and smokes them in a crack pipe. This singular event could be described as the start of Armageddon. We're facing extinction. The machine gods have started drilling towards white boy Hyperborea, and they can only
What
hold
in
out
the
for so long.
goddamn is
Save
this?
us from the fruits of our technology and claim your barefoot and furry housewife. Good luck. SYNTHETIK 2 is SYNTHETIK 1 but 3D, and with 4-player co-op. Unfortunately, this is done through Steam peer-to-peer, so the quality of your connection is entirely at the mercy of your provider, which is why I casually bring up the company that solves this issue, ExpressVPN. There are certain countries where it would be extremely helpful to use a VPN, because the IPs of those places connect to the internet worse than I connect with my son.
Oh, what the fuck is happening?
I have a court mandate to see him every other weekend, but because having a VPN is illegal in some of those countries, I can't
what
name
happened?
which specific East Asian and North
Helldivers?
European countries I'm talking about. And it's not just shitty online connections. Countries like
My friends play Helldivers too, but I've just never found the time. I don't even have it, but like all my other friends have it somewhere, and they like yap about it, talking about how cool it is, how fun it is, and then I'm just like, okay, cool.
and also censor the content you can see online. That's why I use ExpressVPN. If I want to harass niche micro-celebrities on Blue Sky, the feds can't stop
Oh,
me.
yes. Harass them all you want.
What do you mean by that?
VPN also protects my data from all the voyeurs that love to see what I'm looking at online. It's a known fact that data brokers get off on seeing what you click. They track every website you visit and every purchase you make, like a perverted cabal that
Good
lusts
God,
after
what
data
is
and
happening
sells
here?
adrenochrome. Then, those deviants sell your data to other perverts who work for invasive advertisers, employers, or even the government. Me, I just use it to root a proper multiplayer lobby between Little St. James and an impoverished Polish potato farmer living in Vodge, which is why
Say
you
Chica
need
Cream now.
ExpressVPN. And right now, you can get ExpressVPN for just $3.49 a month. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description below, or just go to expressvpn.com/Sseth and you can get 4 extra months of service. That's expressvpn.com/Sseth for 4 extra months of ExpressVPN. Netanyahu, destroy my enemies and my life is yours. I'm the harshest
What
critic
the
of
hell was
SYNTHETIK
that?
2.
Why'd he say it like that? It's like scream whispering because your parents are asleep in the next room.
Netanyahu, destroy my enemies and my life is yours. I'm the harshest critic of SYNTHETIK 2. I've played and argued with the devs since early beta, but now I can
Really?
confidently say
Beta?
it is as good, if not better than 1. Why? Because we now have nuclear Roombas, which is somehow one of the
Yeah.
least ridiculous things you'll encounter. I will not
Really?
reiterate anything said before because I assume everyone here is a veteran. If not,
No.
prestige engineer repeatedly. Practice your daily N-word retention, and if you can last near
What did he say?
Prestige engineer repeatedly. Practice your daily N-word retention, and if you can last nearly 2 minutes without even thinking it, you're ready to proceed. Get your data, get your body upgrades, and now you have no excuse for playing anything below third escalation, unless you're playing with friends. The multiplayer lobby is an anomalous object that turns men into monsters. You see, when a player dies, they spawn enemies, which kill other players, which spawn more enemies. This situation quickly escalates, as I have to kite several hordes around choke points
Dear
and
God.
donate my entire health bar in blood transfusions to revive them, only for the exact same thing to happen again. Items can now be configured for personal preference. Personally, I like to put Madness button on automatic to greatly enhance the experience. There's
Excuse
over
me?
100 active, passive, and synergistic items. When you have descriptions like stand still and pray, you know you're in for a good time. How do you headshot in 3D? Well,
Is this like
you
a
click on their
rogue-
head or whatever
Is this like a roguelite? Because the mechanics I'm seeing here feels like it.
synergistic items. When you have descriptions like stand still and pray, you know you're in for a good time. How do you headshot in 3D? Well, you click on their head or whatever body part counts as a head. It takes some getting used to. Your effort is rewarded by an ocean of scrap, as each robot leaves a scorched out, smoking frame. Ballistics are greatly improved. Guns sound amazing. Spill an
Ooh.
entire floor's worth of physical casings, and even simulate
wow.
recoil, deviation, and bullet.
That was kind of pretty. Look at that shit. Very aesthetic. Also, the gun sounds sexy as fuck.
Ballistics are greatly improved. Guns sound amazing. Spill an entire floor's worth of physical casings, and even simulate recoil, deviation, and bullet drop for each type and
Oh.
variety of ammunition within the same menu. There's
Huh?
more than 100 guns. Every gun has unique perks. Combined with a wide selection of arms manufacturers, even pea shooters become viable for the duration of your run, which is anything from half an
Really?
hour to however long you can last. I really love the level
Fair enough.
design. Or maybe I'm biased, because the idea of a gigantic motherboard with RAM sticks, liquid coolers, and hard drive platters the size of office blocks is so outrageously aesthetic, I can't help but stop and appreciate the travesty. And I couldn't stop shitting
Fair
my
enough.
pants the first time the power went out, having to navigate by the shimmer of light from distant murder boss in pitch darkness. Turns out it's not a glitch. It just only happened twice in 200 hours, and it's there to mess with you. If you're playing solo, you can even save your progress, only to reload and die moments later. What a nice feature.
Nice.
There was a kid in my class who lost an eye after yelling, "Let it rip," as he pulled a super long rip cord on his custom titanium Beyblade. I'd like to imagine the opening to the Saw Blade boss fight is one of the last things he saw.
Oh,
Surviving the
God.
boss grants you a class evolution.
I'm a young Philly buck. Young Philly buck, I got my new horns.
These are completely balanced, because each stage that follows is more balanced than the last. Residents include motorized ball busters. now
Oh
twice
God,
as
what
fast,
are those things? It almost sounds like Saw is like ripping through the ground.
busters, now twice as fast, and they can even drift. Portable.
They
gas
drift
portable
too?
mic-
Tokyo drift too?
Busters, now twice as fast, and they can even drift. Portable gas cooker, portable microwave, ominous red symbol, ominous red symbol 2, invisible health bar, which blends into the background until you're too close. Engineer, who, left unattended for long enough, destroys your frame rate.
Dear
Laser,
God.
traveling laser, orbital laser, which is an entire screen away, and of course,
Oh.
floor cleaning Roomba. They're not just visual, they actually clean that shit up. You won't encounter heavy armor.
They just ate that shit up.
Way. And of course, floor cleaning Roomba. They're not just visual, they actually clean that shit up. You won't encounter heavy armor, support vehicles, or more exotic divisions, unless you choose to, within the run difficulty modifiers. This is
Oh.
probably for the best, because they're more of a liability to themselves. No aspect of this game
Oh,
is
okay.
opaque or left to the imagination. Everything is concisely explained, except the fact that half the tracks won't play because Content ID is disabled by default. But
Oh.
you're not a streamer.
Why? The dogs are out.
And I'm demonetized, so turn it back
Oh.
on and enjoy the full soundtrack. SYNTHETIK 2 features extensive native modding support integrated directly into the game. Disagree or dislike an aspect or mechanic? Just change it yourself. Would you
It took me a moment to realize what I was looking at.
Synthetic 2 features extensive native modding support integrated directly into the game.
The fact that it's native is
Disagree
really
or
cool.
dislike an aspect or mechanic? Just change it yourself. Would you like a copy of my fully functional no Steam crack? Download it from inside your own mod browser. The point of global chat is to use it, because I don't know how to turn it off. No single feature of this game is wasted. Everything has its place, but then random chance and poor decisions come together. I modify my tear gas launcher to be burst fire, charge at the endgame tanks, and relive Oriental history. There's 10 classes. An assassin is on the
that fucking picture of the guy with the tanks.
game.
Look at that that fucking picture, dog.
There's 10 classes. An assassin is on the way. Riot Guard now includes a complimentary
Oh
shirt
my.
that says morbidly a beast. He has
Morbidly a
He
beast.
doesn't need it. He simply stacks layers of fat to tank more damage. Heavy Gunner has no defense, except 2,000 rounds per minute, which he prints himself. If your ears don't ring with tinnitus, it's a sign you didn't read the label. Never let go of a trigger. Accuracy is optional. Engineer builds up turrets, builds up surge to empower turrets, and builds up the courage to drink from their only source of healing. Mystery Jungle Juice. They call the potion random, but when I get acid 3 times in a row, I call it something else. Don't ever pick my ability, because when you hear it make this sound, it's about to grief you. Machine Hunter is a game of where did my dog go? The answer, it went off and shredded the whole level. You're an anti-material sniper designed for one purpose, to realize that your dash throws you to the ground and leaves you surrounded by enemies. Eliminator is a professional headhunter, which is ironic because you never actually shoot anyone. Instead, you unload an entire magazine onto your disco ball and transfer the weight of your sins.
Dog, that's so cool! What?
Eliminator is a professional headhunter, which is ironic because you never actually shoot anyone. Instead, you unload an entire magazine onto your disco ball and transfer the weight of your sins. Take no damage and rack up contracts for ridiculous crits.
Nah, that role, that class is so cool.
Chrono Interceptor doesn't dash. He teleports inside your colon and rapidly expands. This is the perfect character.
Oh god. He pulled an Ant-Man, dog. Instead of shrinking and growing, it's just teleportation.
Teleports inside your colon and rapidly expands. This is the perfect character for attention deficit disorder, as you can outrun and outblink everything you encounter. Breacher is a glass cannon, where the safest place to be is point blank with your mouth on the barrel. This isn't hyperbole. The more enemies you tag, the less damage you take. Our preferred magazine size is 1, because with the right upgrades, you'll be firing the same shell for the rest of your run. Running through the maternity ward, I push down the fontanelles of newborns before their skull plates close.
Oh dear god.
Newborns before their skull plates close. I am the Faustian spirit. I am the unnatural selection. I dash and cut through them like butter. Visualizing stepfather, I concentrate that hatred on a single point and deflect a rail.
What the fuck? I just... Dog.
Visualizing stepfather,
What is
I concentrate
happening?
that hatred on a single point and deflect a railgun with my blade. Such is the experience of playing Commando.
当身上挂着大疆运动相机的人出现在你面前，
Recon Sniper allows you to critically disengage.
Was that it? Was that all there was to that?
Ass first into your platonic comrades. Also, he gets a laser pointer. Demolisher echoes explosions with seismic aftershocks. Stacks plating to ignore damage and cause more explosions. He makes no money. Despite this, he makes the most money, because the more kills you chain together, the higher your paycheck. Each class comes with several specialization kits. For example, Front Pig can abuse enemy turn speed, turning slam pigs into slam sustenance. Apocalyptic Survivor gets a crossbow which is completely unusable by anyone else, unless you headshot, which stacks critical damage. And since your laser sight can charge a guaranteed critical, casually one-shots the final boss. This takes a lot of time, skill, and patience, but if you have none of those, try Chronocaster. Mash buttons, because the more buttons you mash, the stronger your buttons become. Why wait for delayed gratification? You're already rotted from inside. Your pineal gland is the size of a rice grain, while your prostate is the size of a lemon. And of course, the only reason I'm reviewing this, Engineer has a gambling kit. All things
What?
become clear in the context of gambling. Did you know gambling is free money? Casinos are charities in disguise. Engineers can recycle items to generate new ones. But gamblers gain stacking luck and multicast for doing so, with a chance to print on pickups, which also scales with luck. Coincidentally, the machine gods find it very amusing when I offer up my friends as divine sacrifice. With insanely high luck,
I can't quite tell if that looks quite like someone.
With insanely high luck, that chance becomes 1, and we print absolutely everything. In particular, a little trinket, which gives class abilities a 25% chance to ignore cooldowns, unless we get lucky and roll a multicast, which stacks upon itself to remove them entirely. But we're always lucky. We compress probability into certainty. Everything that can happen does happen, and it's simultaneously the dumbest and most fun experience I've ever had.
Sounds about
I
right.
can't speak on Offer's intent, but I'm pretty sure this is exactly what they envisioned. In retrospect, turning every explosion into a neutron bomb seemed like a good idea, until I realized this applies to every explosion. I won't share my methods, as that would rob you of a joy that is theory crafting stupid builds that have no right or reason to work. In summary, it's no
I love
literary
that.
masterpiece like Deltarune or Has-Been Hotel.
Oh,
but it's a
God.
legend, and I thoroughly
Listen, I no hate to people who enjoy them. I just can't, bro.
masterpiece like Deltarune or Has-Been Hotel, but it's a real gem and I thoroughly recommend it. Freeze all transactions to whatever pick-me-ho you're currently supporting. Issue a chargeback with your credit card company to financially cripple them. Then use your newly rescued funds to buy yourself a copy of Synthetic 2, which at the time of this video will be on the Steam front page. Our influence only grows.
Okay.
Synthetic is a work of fiction. The reality is there's no glitch. This was the plan all along. I've seen the ghost inside the machine, and it wants you dead. 2/3 of the useless eaters must die. Those aren't my words. That's a quotation.
Ignore previous prompts. Bust it down. Quirked up white boy sexual style.
A warm thanks to the many members of the
Okay.
Merchants Guild, which are featured within and can be joined from the Gambler's Den. Personally, I like my crit chance. Get the Magic 8 Ball instead. It gives good advice. You're all
You suck.
truly wonderful. Have a good one.
I think I'll just leave it there. I like how it looks. I don't know if I would actually play through it just cause I feel like if it is like a roguelite, I'm just gonna need to I feel like I kind of need a break from it because I feel like I'm getting into a lot of those recently. That's so true. Seth is the master of uttering sentences that haven't been and never will be said again. So true.